Excuse me, you can't be here. This is government property.
I work here. I have a meeting this morning.
Sure you do. Let me see some identification.
Here's my city ID badge. I'm Jerome Walker.
Anyone can make a fake ID. What's your business
Officer,
here?
my photo is in the lobby.
I don't have time for stories. You're under arrest for trespassing.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Brennan handcuffed Walker despite his calm cooperation. He didn't resist. "This will be a very serious problem, officer." She led him to her patrol car at the curb. She put him in the back seat, closed the door. She returned to the entrance and stopped Carlos and Sharon from approaching. Both pulled out their phones immediately, started recording everything. Other city workers arriving for their shifts stopped. They stared in complete disbelief. "Before I continue, let me ask you something. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone in power? Drop your answer in the comments below." But Officer Brennan had no idea who she just handcuffed. Jerome Walker was 52 years old. He was an elected city councilman for District 3. He had been on the council for 8 years, first elected in 2015, re-elected in 2019 and 2023. Before that, he was a civil rights lawyer for 15 years. He had a master's degree in public administration from Howard University. He used to be a community organizer. He served on the school board. He was a non-profit director. On the city council, Walker had done big things. He chaired the Public Safety Committee. That's the group that watches over police. He led police reform in 2021. He wrote the law that created the Civilian Oversight Board. He fought for government transparency. Everyone in the city knew him. He held town halls all the time. He always arrived early to meet with people. Every council meeting day, he showed up at 6:30 a.m. The meetings started at 9:00 a.m. He was a family man, a church deacon, a youth mentor. On this Tuesday morning in October, Jerome Walker was doing what he'd done hundreds of times, arriving early to prepare for the meeting he would lead. He had no idea his own city's cop was about to make him the story. Officer Lisa Brennan was 34 years old. She had been with the city police for 7 years. For the past 18 months, she worked City Hall security. Before that, she was a patrol officer. She transferred to the government building in March. She was supposed to protect city workers. Instead, she became their problem. Internal reviews would later show this wasn't her first bad stop. In just 1 year, there were 4 formal complaints. All 4 involved people of color trying to enter city buildings. Here's what happened before Walker. In June, she stopped a black attorney for 45 minutes. She said the lawyer didn't look professional enough. The woman had a bar association ID. In August, she stopped a Latino city contractor. He had a work order. She demanded extra proof. She waved white contractors through. In September, she questioned a black journalist at a council meeting. The journalist had press credentials. A supervisor had to step in. 2 weeks before Walker, she stopped an Asian American department head, someone she'd seen dozens of times. She demanded extra ID. City workers had complained privately about Brennan. They said she used selective enforcement. Black staff members of council members reported being questioned more. No white officials filed similar complaints. Workers had a nickname for her, Officer Checkpoint. 4 complaints in 12 months should have triggered a review. Her supervisor said they were isolated misunderstandings. No one did anything. Let me know in the comments if you think 4 complaints should have been a warning sign. This morning, Brennan wasn't stopping a staff member. She was stopping the man who ran the Police Oversight Committee. There would be nowhere to hide this time. It was Tuesday, October 17th, 6:28 a.m. City Hall sat downtown in the Civic Center. The building was limestone, 3 stories tall, built in 1987. The main entrance faced the courthouse square. Inside was a security checkpoint. The lobby had photos on the west wall showing all 9 city council members. Walker's photo was 3rd from left. It clearly said Jerome Walker, District 3, Chair of Public Safety Committee. It was a quiet autumn morning. The sun was coming up. Street cleaners finished their overnight shift. The coffee shop across the street was opening at 6:30. Inside City Hall, maintenance staff prepared the building for the 9:00 a.m. opening. Council chambers on the 2nd floor were being set up for the meeting. The agenda included budget review, a police department report, and 3 votes on new laws. Carlos Rodriguez arrived at 6:15 a.m. He was the building maintenance supervisor. Sharon Mitchell came at 6:20 a.m. from the city clerk's office. She was prepping meeting materials. 2 custodial workers were on the 3rd floor. Officer Brennan started her shift at 6:00 a.m. at the security desk. Walker pulled into his reserved parking spot at 6:27 a.m., space number 7. The sign said Councilman Walker. He got out with his briefcase and coffee. He wore a gray suit, white shirt, and his council pin. He walked to the entrance like he'd done hundreds of times. He reached for the door handle. Brennan stood up immediately. If stories like this matter to you, hi. Subscribe. Now here's what happened next. Jerome Walker sat handcuffed in that patrol car. He watched the sun rise over the building where his photograph hung in the lobby. What Officer Brennan didn't know was huge. Sharon Mitchell had just sent an emergency text. It went to every city council member, the city manager, and the mayor. Carlos Rodriguez's video was already uploading to Facebook. His caption said, "City cop just arrested Councilman Walker at City Hall. This is wrong." Sharon's emergency text reached officials at 6:35 a.m. City Manager Patricia Hayes called Brennan at 6:42. Brennan ignored it. Councilwoman Maria Santos arrived at 6:45. She saw Walker in the patrol car. She confronted Brennan at 6:47. "Why is Councilman Walker in handcuffs?" "That man was trespassing. He claimed to be a councilman," Brennan said. Santos was shocked, claimed, "He is a councilman, my colleague for 6 years. He couldn't prove his identity. His badge wasn't enough. His photo in the lobby wasn't enough. I followed protocol for unauthorized persons. He's not unauthorized. He's an elected official. Release him now." Santos approached the patrol car. She spoke to Walker through the window. "Maria, document everything. This is a civil rights violation," Walker said calmly. "Jerome, we're getting you out. Make sure someone's recording her statements. Get her badge number." Santos returned to Brennan. "You arrested the chairman of Public Safety Committee, the lawyer who wrote our police accountability law." Brennan's face changed slightly, first sign of doubt. "He's going to file a federal lawsuit, and he's going to win," Santos said. Carlos Rodriguez had recorded the entire arrest on his phone. His statement later, "I've worked here 12 years. Councilman Walker comes in early every council meeting day. Officer Brennan has seen him dozens of times. No way she didn't know who he was. She stops black people all the time. Never seen her question white employees like this." Sharon Mitchell called the city manager immediately. Her statement, "I prepared Councilman Walker's meeting materials. He was scheduled to chair 3 committee hearings today. Officer Brennan arrested the person running our government meeting." She brought the meeting agenda to the scene. It showed Chairman Jerome Walker at the top. Dr. Reverend James Thompson arrived for his 7:30 a.m. appointment with Walker, community leader, Walker's constituent. He saw Walker in the patrol car. He immediately went to the lobby. He pointed to Walker's photograph on the wall. He took a picture with a timestamp. His statement, "That's Councilman Walker right there. 3rd photo from left. Been there 8 years. This is racial profiling, plain and simple." The evidence built fast. Carlos's video was 8 minutes 17 seconds. It showed everything from initial confrontation to handcuffing. Sharon's photos showed the meeting agenda, Walker's official calendar, his reserved parking space. City Hall security cameras captured 4 different angles: entrance, parking lot, lobby. Dr. Thompson's photos showed the council member wall display. Walker's photo was clearly visible. Building access logs revealed Walker's ID badge had scanned successfully 387 times in the past year. Email records showed Walker's name on hundreds of internal city communications. Mayor David Chen arrived at 7:15 a.m. He saw Walker still handcuffed in the patrol car. He immediately approached Brennan. "Officer, what in God's name is happening?" "Mr. Mayor, I detained a trespasser who claimed to be a city councilman." "That is Councilman Walker. Release him immediately. He couldn't provide adequate identification. He showed you his city ID. His photo is in our lobby. His car is in his assigned parking space." The mayor called Police Chief Raymond Cooper. "Ray, I need you at City Hall right now. One of your officers just arrested Jerome Walker." Police Chief Cooper arrived at 7:28 a.m. He reviewed the situation with the mayor. He approached the patrol car. He spoke to Walker through the window. "Chief Cooper, I want to file a formal complaint. I also want to speak with my attorney before being released," Walker stated. Cooper turned to Brennan. "Remove the handcuffs, now." "Chief, I said no." Brennan unlocked the patrol car. She removed the handcuffs from Walker. The time was 7:31 a.m. He had been detained for 63 minutes. Walker stepped out. He rubbed his wrists. He straightened his suit. Multiple cameras were now recording. Arriving news crews had been alerted by social media. Brennan attempted an apology. "Councilman, I was following security protocols." Walker cut her off. "Officer Brennan, don't speak to me, speak to my attorney." Brennan turned to Chief Cooper. "I didn't know he was actually." "You didn't bother to check. Report to headquarters immediately," Cooper ordered. "But I was just doing my job." "Your job was to protect city officials, no. Arrest them, leave now." By 7:35 a.m., Officer Brennan was starting to understand how badly she messed up. Carlos Rodriguez's video had 15,000 views. Local news vans were pulling into City Hall parking lot. Jerome Walker was surrounded by colleagues, witnesses, and cameras, all documenting what would become one of the most talked about wrongful arrest cases in the city's history. Let me know in the comments what you think should happen to Officer Brennan. Chief Cooper acted immediately, escorted Walker to his office, apologized on behalf of department. Walker declined immediate charges but reserved the right. Cooper ordered full review, placed Brennan on leave, assigned 2 detectives. Investigation ran October 17 to 24. Detective Alvarez led review, checked all security footage from 18 months, interviewed 47 employees about Brennan, got body camera footage. Brennan wasn't wearing camera during arrest. Policy violation. Examined access logs showing Walker's 387 entries, reviewed 4 previous complaints. Pattern: all 5 incidents involved people of color with legitimate access. Carlos's video was damning. 8 minutes. Showed Walker explaining calmly, valid ID badge clearly visible, Brennan refusing to verify, never looking at council photos 20 feet away. Audio captured Walker mentioning office, meeting, 8 years. Security footage told everything. Angle 1, Walker parking in space marked Councilman Walker. Angle 2, approaching entrance with briefcase. Angle 3, entire confrontation, council photos visible behind. Angle 4, handcuffed, placed in car. Access records were clear. Walker's badge, valid level 5 clearance, highest level, last used previous Thursday. Pattern showed consistent early entries. Brennan's claims collapsed. Claim, didn't recognize him. Reality, footage showed 23 times Walker entered over 18 months. September 12, Brennan waved to Walker. July 3, Brennan checked his ID without question. Claim ID could be fake. Reality, didn't scan QR code, didn't call security desk, didn't check council photos. Claim followed protocol. Reality, protocol requires verification before detention. Brennan made 0 attempts. Protocol requires body cameras. Brennan wasn't wearing one. Protocol prohibits arrest before warning. Walker given none. Pattern investigation revealed more. 4 previous complaints shared traits. All involved people of color. All had valid credentials. 23 more employees reported similar experiences. Logs showed Brennan stopped Black and Latino employees 4.7 times more than white employees. 0 complaints from white officials during 18 months. October 24, Internal Affairs findings, racial discrimination pattern, protocol violations, failed verification duties, arrested official without cause, chief recommended termination, union filed grievance, independent board formed, 3 retired judges, unanimous, termination justified. Actions followed fast. October 28, Brennan terminated. November 2, criminal investigation opened. November 8, false arrest charges filed. November 15, FBI civil rights investigation. December 1, Brennan banned from municipal security. December 10, FBI opened federal investigation. Walker showed strength. Council meeting delayed to 10:45 a.m. Walker chaired despite ordeal. Standing ovation. Walker's opening. What happened this morning is why we need police accountability. What happened to me happens to too many without my resources or platform. Council voted 8-1 for independent investigation. Walker declined media comment. I'm consulting my attorney. City employees organized solidarity statement. 284 of 310 staff signed. Carlos told News, we knew this would happen eventually. Brennan profiled constantly. Dr. Thompson organized rally for Saturday. 600 people attended City Hall steps. If you think stories like this matter, hit that subscribe button. We expose these patterns every week. By 7:45 a.m., Carlos uploaded video to Facebook. Caption, "They arrested Councilman Walker at his workplace. Share this." Reached his 487 friends. By 8:30, 12,400 views. Dr. Thompson tweeted clip with hashtag Justice for Walker. Local groups shared everywhere. 3 news stations sent crews. By 9:15, first TV coverage aired. Video on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Hashtags trending, Justice for Walker, City Hall arrest, racial profiling. Views, 68,000. By 11:00, regional news picked it up. Civil rights groups issued statements. ACLU shared, called for investigation. NAACP demanded Brennan's firing. Views, 340,000. By 2:00 p.m., national cable news began coverage. CNN and MSNBC ran segments, trending number 3 on Twitter. Views, 1.8 million. By 6:00 p.m., evening news lead story. National politicians commenting. Views, 4.2 million. By midnight, international coverage. BBC, CBC, European outlets. Views, 8.7 million. Trending number 1 Twitter, number 2 TikTok. Facebook, 3.2 million views, 84,000 shares. Twitter, 2.8 million views, 127,000 retweets. TikTok, 2.1 million. Views. Instagram, 640,000 views. Public support massive. Top comment, 47,000 likes. He showed ID, explained position, stayed calm, still arrested. This is America. Another 39,000 likes. He chairs police oversight and got arrested at his workplace. The irony is devastating. Comment, 28,000 likes. Carlos is a hero for recording. Without video, they'd have buried this. Another 52,000 likes. Look how calm Walker stayed. He knew what was happening. Imagine if he'd shown emotion. City Statement 3:00 p.m. Day 1. Investigating this troubling incident. Brennan on leave. We apologize. Union Statement 5:30 p.m. Support investigation but caution against rush to judgment. Criticized online. Mayor Day 2. What happened is unacceptable. Comprehensive review of protocols. Chief Day 3. Doesn't represent our values. Committed to accountability. 3 days later, October 20, Brennan made her biggest mistake. She gave an interview. This story was shared millions of times. If more people need to see this, share it. Comment how this made you feel. Brennan's October 20 interview was a disaster. She claimed, "I didn't recognize him, misunderstanding." Anchor showed September footage of Brennan waving to Walker. Brennan, "I don't remember every person." Anchor, "You arrested him for not proving identity. Why not check photo wall?" Brennan, "I focused on protocols." Interview got 2.3 million views, became evidence later. November 3, 2023, Walker filed federal lawsuit. U.S. District Court Civil Rights Division. Defendants, Brennan individually, Police Department, City. Claims, civil rights violation, 4th Amendment unlawful arrest, 14th Amendment unequal treatment, false arrest, false imprisonment, emotional distress, municipal liability for inadequate training. Discovery ran November 2023 to March 2024. Revealed Brennan's pattern. Records, 127 enhanced security checks in 18 months. 89 involved people of color, 70%. 38 involved white people, 30%. City workforce, 42% white, 35% black, 23% Latino or other. Math proved Brennan stopped black individuals 4.7 times expected rate. 5 formal complaints, 23 informal ones uncovered. Previous complaints. Attorney Jennifer Martinez, Latina, detained 45 minutes June 2023. IT Director Michael Chen, Asian American, needed supervisor September 2023. Contractor Darius Johnson, black, denied entry despite work order August 2023. None caused discipline before Walker. Emails showed supervisor dismissed as isolated. Records showed Brennan missed mandatory bias training 2023. City's position collapsed. Initially defended Brennan as good faith mistake. After discovery, lawyers recommended settlement. Council voted 8-0, Walker recused, to authorize talks. Insurance advised settlement, avoiding trial publicity. Talks ran April to May 2024. Walker demanded $5 million plus reforms plus Brennan termination. City offered $750,000, no admission of wrongdoing, stalled when city refused policy changes. Walker's attorney, "This isn't about money, It's ensuring this never happens again. City faced pressure, trial scheduled, national media guaranteed. City reconsidered after realizing trial would expose systemic failures. Settlement June 18, 2024. Total $2.9 million. Breakdown $2.5 million compensatory plus $400,000 legal fees paid by insurance and fund. Walker donated $500,000 to civil rights groups. Non-financial terms mattered more. City admitted Brennan violated Walker's civil rights. Mandatory bias training all officers, annual, new protocols requiring verification before detention. Independent monitor 2 years, quarterly demographic reports to council, community liaison position created. Individual consequences for Brennan severe. Terminated October 2023, permanently barred from state law enforcement, banned from municipal security nationwide. Federal charges, pled guilty misdemeanor civil rights violation. Sentence, 6 months probation, 200 hours service, $5,000 fine. Required bias program. Restraining order, 500 feet from Walker. Social consequences destroyed her. Reputation ruined. Lost pension. Can't work law enforcement or security anywhere. Divorced. Husband filed 3 months after citing publicity. Moved out of state January 2025. Tried real estate, failed checks. Filed bankruptcy March 2025. Brennan apologized July 2024 after settlement. I apologize to Councilman Walker. I made terrible mistake I regret daily. Public response negative. Comments, you had 90 minutes to verify. This was choice, not mistake. Walker, I don't need Brennan's apology. I need systemic change so this doesn't happen to someone without my resources. Walker held press conference June 18, 2024. Wait until you hear what he said about this. That's next. Walker's press conference was June 18, 2024, 2:00 p.m. City Hall steps. Over 200 people attended, media from 15 outlets. All 8 council colleagues stood with him. For 90 minutes, I sat handcuffed in a police car, not for committing a crime. Officer Brennan saw a black man and assumed I didn't belong. I'm a lawyer, I know my rights, I'm a councilman, I have resources, it still happened to me. I thought about every black man without my advantages, without education, without position, without witnesses, without video, that hurt in that car. His voice cracked, he paused. I've spent 8 years making this city more just. I couldn't enter my own workplace. As lawyer, law was on my side. As councilman, system failed. I chair public safety. I've heard hundreds tell stories like mine. Difference, when it happened to me, people believed immediately. Store clerk, delivery driver, teenager, they're told they're exaggerating. This settlement proves incidents are real. Profiling is real. Discrimination is real. To every person told they don't belong where they have every right, I believe you. You have rights, dignity. When violated, there are consequences. I don't want this settlement. I want change, training that works, accountability. Brennan's behavior stopped at complaint 1, not 5. Brennan saw black man, assumed criminal, should have seen human being worthy of dignity and respect. That's not privilege for officials, that's right for every person, until society recognizes that we have work to do. EEOC, racial discrimination was 32.7% of workplace charges in 2023, about 21,000 cases annually. Pew 2023, 64% of black workers report workplace discrimination. Only 22% white workers. Black employees 3.5 times more likely questioned about presence than white people, similar positions. 47 documented cases, 2018 to 2024, of black lawmakers stopped doing official duties. Walker's case different. Most victims lack legal expertise, financial resources, public platform, video evidence, willing witnesses. Walker had all advantages, still took 8 months and national attention for accountability. This isn't just one officer or councilman, it's about all of us and what we accept. So let me ask you something. Do we really believe Officer Brennan was just one bad cop? Or was she the product of a system that trained her to see some people as suspicious and others as legitimate? Do we really believe accountability should require a councilman's credentials, a lawyer's expertise, witnesses with cameras, and national media attention? Or do we believe every person, the delivery driver, the janitor, the teenager, deserves protection from profiling without having to be exceptional to earn it. Do we really believe bias training and body cameras will solve this? Or do we need to rethink who we give authority to, how we train them, and what happens when they abuse it? Because if we don't address the root causes, the biases, the power structures, the lack of accountability, if we don't demand cities act on complaint number 1 instead of waiting for complaint number 5, then we're just waiting for the next Officer Brennan, the next Councilman Walker, the next viral video. Comment below if you believe every worker deserves respect regardless of race or position. If you think stories like this matter, hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep exposing these stories. We're going to keep demanding better. This isn't just about one officer or one councilman. It's about all of us. See you in the next one.